And then we're just going to start with a little bit of breath work. So just get ourselves nice and grounded, allow ourselves to settle in. So find a if you're having any tightness in the hips or the low back, go ahead and you can sit yourself on a blanket or a block or a towel, anything that just puts those hips a little bit higher than the knees. Keeping the spine nice and tall. We're going to check in with our bandhas. So we're going to draw the navel in and up. Shoulders are going to fall down away from the ears. Almost imagine that the shoulder blades are coming behind the heart and scooping it forward. And then just breathe. So right now, we're not doing anything too out of normal. We're just connecting to the natural organic rhythm of our breath. And we're allowing ourselves to sit and feel our emotions, any sensations. We're going to put our monkey mind on pause. Our to-do list of what we're going to have for dinner, what we need to do at work tomorrow is all going to be there when we're done with this practice. So just try and bring your awareness to the now. Just feel the belly rise and fall with each inhale and exhale. And then from here, collectively release all the air from your lungs. Just sigh it out. And then take a full breath in through your nose. Feel the chest expand, the rib cage broaden. Press it into the belly. Pause at your top. Audible release. Inhale again through the nose. Everything gets bigger. Everything expands. Fill all nooks and crannies. Pause. Audible release. And then this time, inhale through the nose. Still everything the same. Get bigger, get broader. Heavier inhale. When you pause, close your lips. And then exhale through your nose. And then begin to continue this nostril breathing. If Ujjayi breath is in your practice, maybe you invite a little bit of texture to the back of your throat with each inhale and exhale. Almost as if you're fogging up a mirror about an inch or two in front of your face, or you're inviting a very subtle Darth Vader breath. And just feel how the belly rises and falls, the chest expands, maybe your heart beats. And just feel, right? So we want to be present. It's so easy for us to be taken out, but just making the conscious awareness that if you do trail off, to come back, right? So maybe that's focusing on your breath. Maybe that's focusing on a word or a mantra. Just trying your best to stay present. And then we'll take 2 more rounds of breath at your own pace, in through the nose, out through the nose. 1 more breath. This time, inhale through the nose, nice and deep. Open the mouth, release. Flutter the eyes open, nice and slow if they're closed. And then we're going to find ourselves on hands and knees. So placing the wrists underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips, about hip width apart or wider. And then create space in the low back. So again, if you need any blankets or towels to place under your knees for a little bit of cushion, feel free. And then spread your fingers nice and wide. So you're rooting in through your knuckles and then the L's of your fingers, so the index finger and the thumb. And then cat-cow. So as you inhale, shift the chest forward. Gaze comes neutral. Try not to look up. If there's wrinkles in your neck, you're going too far. And then exhale. Press your palms into the earth. Round the back. Draw your chin towards your chest. And then again, inhale. Open the heart. Think up dog in the chest. Collarbones broad. Gaze forward. Exhale. Round and curl. And then feel free to take these at your own breath and then incorporate any other movement that feels good. So for some of us who are on our computers more or on our phones more, maybe flipping the palms feels good. Or maybe coming into child's pose, bringing the knees a little bit wider and sitting the hips back. This is your practice, so take this time to do what feels good in the body. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a yoga pose. Just any movement, maybe rocking the hips from side to side, getting into the side body. Just whatever you do, make sure that you're initiating your movement with your breath and finding that moving meditation. Just as we begin to warm up the spine and warm up the breath. your last exhale, come back to a neutral spine. We're going to come into balancing table. So to start, just go ahead and extend the right leg long, placing the toes onto the earth. And then extend the left arm forward. So right foot back, left arm forward, opposite hands here. And then if you want to engage your core strength and challenge your balance, begin to lift your right ankle up towards your hips. Now notice if the belly dropped down and you became an arch in the back, can you bring the belly button in towards the spine? Reach the left fingertips forward and the right heel back. Pause here, stay for an inhale and exhale. One more breath, inhale here. Exhale, bring the left hand down and bring the right knee down. And then we're going to come into another cat-cow. So inhale to cat, or to cow. My cat does both, so call them cat-cow, whatever. Exhale, round the back. And then come to a neutral tabletop. Now switch sides. This time the left leg is going to come long, toes down to start. And then inhale the right arm long. And then if and when you feel balanced and stable, maybe you lift that left ankle up towards the hips. Keeping that engagement, reaching the right arm forward. That left heel draws back. Imagine you're leaving a footprint. Feel the hamstring begin to turn on, the glute is active, and then knit the rib cage in. Breathe in and out. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, right hand down, left knee down. Again, option to come into another cat-cow or child's pose. And then from here, we're going to find down dog. So tuck those toes, lift those hips, up and back. And then take some movement. So you can bend one knee and then the other. Maybe it feels good to rock the ankles from side to side, getting into the side body. And then if you notice that you have any tightness in the hips and low back, take your feet a little bit wider than hip width and then bend your knees. So we're creating more length in the spine. Pressing the mat away from you, almost as if you have a blanket underneath your pelvis and someone's pulling your hips up towards the back corner of the room. And then at the same time, begin to melt your heels towards the earth. And pause. Take another full breath in and out. As you inhale, bend your knees, gaze toward your fingers. Exhale, step to the top of your space and find your forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Straight spine, head comes forward. Exhale, bend the knees, hinge at your hips, and fold. And then make your way to standing, root down through the feet. Nice neutral spine, reach the arms all the way up. Reach nice and high, feel the rib cage get longer. And then exhale, hands to your heart. We're going to work through a modified version of Sun A. So as you inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And then as you exhale, grab onto your right wrist and shift over towards the left. Inhale back up through neutral. Exhale, right hand meets the left wrist, shift over towards the right. Inhale back up through neutral, reach up as high as you can. And then exhale, lead with the heart as you hinge at your hips and forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the earth, come back to your chaturanga. So option to take the knees and do knees, chest, chin. And then inhale, upward facing dog or low cobra, it's your choice. And then exhale, find yourself back to your down dog shape. And then just take a pause. You're gonna take 3 breaths here. Just feel yourself begin to arrive and settle in. Notice any sensations of the body or the mind and allow them to release. No judgment, no expectations. Always compassion. And then on your next inhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. At the end of your exhale, step or float to the top of your space into your forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release and fold. Inhale all the way to standing. Press down through all 4 corners of the feet. Activate your thighs like you're squeezing a block and then reach those arms as high as you can. Exhale, release, hands to heart. Again, that modified sun A. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, grab onto the right wrist and shift to the left. Inhale through neutral. Exhale, left wrist to the right. Inhale, reach up. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale all the way through your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing or low cobra. Shoulders broad, heart shines forward. Exhale, down dog. And again, take some time. So remember that chaturanga is always an option. You can take it on your knees for a little bit more of a support. You can skip it all together and do cat-cow like we did to start, or you just skip it completely and come back to down dog or child's pose. And then inhale, bend your knees, gaze forward. End of your exhale, come to the top of your space. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come to standing. Reach those arms as tall as you can. Rib cage open. Squeeze those thighs. Exhale, hands to heart. Final round. Inhale, arms overhead. Exhale, grab onto the right wrist. Shift to the left. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, grab onto the left and shift to the right. Inhale, open up. Exhale, straight spine, come down to a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, crown of the head forward. Exhale, all the way through chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing or low cobra. Exhale, back to down dog. And then take a few breaths here. Allow yourself to settle in. Release any thoughts or habits that no longer serve you. And just be. As you inhale, reach the right leg up and back. So keep that right hip in line with the left. And then as you exhale, bring the right knee to the right elbow, crunch and pause. Inhale, right leg back up. Exhale, right knee to left elbow. Try not to twist the core. Make it come from the knee and the oblique. Inhale, right leg back up. Exhale, right knee to nose and pause. From here, come onto those back toes. Lift your hips, press the mat away, and then step the right foot up by your right thumb. And then we're going to drop onto our back knee. We're going to come into a little bit of a twist. So everyone who's practiced with me knows this is my favorite. We're going to bring our left hand either onto the earth or by a block by our big toe, and then reach our right arm up towards the ceiling. We're just taking a little bit of a spinal twist here. We're twisting from the upper and middle back. We're not really twisting from the low back. So maybe it helps to feel by placing your right hand on your low back and then just twist open. Pause here. Take a full breath in. Exhale, bring the right hand back down to frame the front foot. Tuck the toe, lift the knee. As you inhale, rise up to your high lunge, so use your core. Or place those hands on your thighs and press yourself up. Take a full breath in here. Exhale, settle in. So our hips are squared towards the front of the mat. That right hip comes back, the left hip comes forward, and we bend in. One more breath in. Exhale into warrior two. So plant that back heel, press in and open up. Front knee on top or behind the ankle, pressing through the back pinky toe. Feel that quad, that glute, everything's active. And pause. Feeling the sensations of the hips and the hip flexors beginning to open, especially for those who've been sitting on our chair or our couches or have made our beds our new home office. And then as we inhale, flip our front palm, reach the right fingertips up. So find length in the right side body. And so with that, we're going to bring our left hand and place it onto our right rib cage. And then as we inhale, breathe into the hand. So make sure that you're filling all parts of your hand with the torso. And then as we exhale, bring the right hand down towards the thigh, setting up for side angle. So I always like to start with my left hand on my hip, so I know that my shoulders and my chest aren't peeking in. And then maybe that left hand comes up, or maybe taking it a step further and letting the bicep frame the ear. Still pressing through that back pinky toe. Breathe. One more breath in. Exhale, rise back up to your warrior two. This time straighten the front leg. Flip the front palm and reverse, reach up. Now we're gonna exhale, come into triangle pose. So reach the right arm forward, left arm back. Left hip pulls back, which automatically brings the right arm forward. And then we're gonna hinge at the hips, bring the right hand either to the foot, the ankle, the shin. We're gonna avoid the knee. So maybe come to a block. And reach that left arm up. Micro bend in that front knee. So go ahead and lift all your toes and then press evenly through the big toe and the pinky toe. Still breath in and out. One more breath in. We're going to bring that left hand down to the inside of the right foot. So we're coming into revolved triangle. So you can go ahead and switch that block. If you have it, or use a book or a soup can, whatever you have. Left hand down to whatever surface. And then you can bring your right hand to your low back so you know that the hips are squared off. Or maybe we lift that right arm up. Now that causes a little bit of pinching in my upper back because I'm not fully there yet. So I'm going to keep my hand at my low back. Open the shoulders, open the chest. Take a full breath in and out. One more breath in. As we exhale, we're going to bring that right hand back down to frame our front foot. And then we're going to peel up onto our back toes. And then we're going to step our back foot up about a half a foot or a whole foot, coming into pyramid. So go ahead and step that foot in a little bit. And then inhale nice and long with the spine. And then as you exhale, hinge at the hips. Begin to draw your chest towards your thigh. Pulling that right hip back, that left hip forward. Our thighs and our feet are energetically drawing in. Pause. Full breath in and out. One more breath here. As you exhale, shift the weight into that front foot and lift onto those back toes. Bring those hands forward about half a foot and come into your standing split. So lift that left leg nice and tall. But try not to open up the hips to the left. Can you plug the left hip back in line with your right? And allow your knee or your nose to come down towards your knee, or just relax your neck. Keep that lifted leg. That foot is flexed. So imagine you're leaving a footprint in the wall behind you and you're pressing back. One more breath in and out. Full breath in. Exhale, step the left foot up to meet your right into a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale to chaturanga. So hands to the earth, step back. Work all the way down into your vinyasa flow if you want to take up dog or low cobra, or just press back to down. Your choice. And just settle in. Deep breath in and out. Now we're going to work through that second side. So this time inhale the left leg nice and high. And then exhale, shift forward, left knee to left elbow, pause. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee to right elbow. Use the core, use your obliques. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee to your nose, pause. Lift your back heel, lift your hips, create the space, and then step your left foot by your left thumb. And then go ahead, drop that back knee. We're going to come into that low lunge twist. So right hand by your big toe on the earth or by the block, and then left arm comes up towards the sky. Feeling the heart open, the chest is lifted. Breathe. Full breath in. Exhale, bring the left hand down to frame the front foot. And then as you inhale, rise up to your high lunge. So tuck your back toe, lift your back knee. You press your hands on your thighs or use your core to rise all the way up. Your choice. 2 rounds of breath here. Lift the heart, lift the chest. Press back through that back heel so we feel that quadricep open. Full breath in and out. One more breath, reach up. And then exhale into warrior 2. Back heel comes planted. Open up. Taking your time, feeling any sensations that come about on the way. You don't have to process them right now, but just recognize what's showing up. Take a full breath in and out. Inhale, flip that front palm, reverse the warrior, reach up. And then bring that right hand to your left rib cage. Inhale, fill that right hand up. And then exhale, side angle left. Forearm to the thigh, right hand on the hip. Maybe arm reaches up or maybe bicep frames the ear. Just find any expanding that feels good. And then try not to dip into that right shoulder. So don't press all your weight into that forearm. Maybe lift it up and use your core. And then go ahead and set it back down. One more breath in. Exhale, rise back up to your warrior 2. And then again, straighten that front leg. Flip that front palm. Reverse. And then coming into triangle pose. Hands come parallel, right hip back, left fingertips forward, and then begin to draw down. Take a few breaths in, settle here. Micro bend into that front knee. Try not to lock it out. So maybe, like I said, lift those toes and then press firmly into the big toe and the pinky toe. One more breath in. Exhale, bring the right hand down to frame that front foot. You can switch your block if you need to. Right hand, we're coming into a revolved triangle. You bring your hand to your low back, feeling the chest and the back open, or maybe you reach that left arm up. But notice what happens when your body changes position. Good. One more breath in. Exhale, bring down. Spin onto those back toes. Like we're almost coming into a lunge. And then step that back foot forward about half a foot or a full foot. It just depends on where your hips are. Inhale, straighten the spine. Exhale, come into pyramid pose. Nose draws towards the knee, but most importantly, keeping the spine long. Plugging that left hip back, right hip forward. Imagine you're scraping that piece of gum off your front foot. Feel that hamstring turn on. One more breath in and out. Now we're going to make our way into that half or standing split on the second side. So lift onto those back toes. Reach those hands forward about half a foot. And then drive through the left foot, reach the right leg up. Begin to draw your nose towards your knee, kicking that right ankle up, pressing through that lifted foot. Full breath in and out. One more big breath. Exhale, the right foot comes up to meet your left as you forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then sit back to chair pose as you inhale, hips come back. Reach those arms up. Exhale as you forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale back through chaturanga or find yourself back to your down dog. I'm skipping it all together because no one really knows how hard it is to teach and do chaturangas at the same time. Now we're going to do everything we just did to the movement of our breath. So feel free to take your time and take a pause or go a little bit slower or quicker. By slower. Just go what feels good with your body. You need to come down and take child's pose or down dog. Those poses are always there. When you're ready, inhale the right leg up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, maybe up to the tricep. Get it high. Inhale, right leg lifts. Exhale, right knee to left elbow or tricep. Use your core. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee to nose. Lift the back heel, lift the hips. Step the right foot through. Now, opt for that back knee to start or keep it lifted. If you keep it lifted, really press through that back ankle so you activate the quad. And then left hand by the big toe, reach that right up. Exhale, right hand down. Inhale, rise up to your high lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, flip that front palm, reverse. Exhale, extended side angle. Take a pause, full breath in and out. Inhale, exhale back to warrior two. Straighten that front leg, flip the palm. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, triangle pose. Sit those hips back, right arm forward, hinge down. Full breath in and out. Inhale, bring that left hand down to the inside of the foot. Reach that right arm up. Inhale. Full breath in and out. Inhale, reach. Exhale, the right hand comes down. Spin onto those back toes and then step that foot forward just a little bit. Into a halfway lift. Exhale, release into pyramid pose. Now just take a pause. Send your breath to any spots of the body that could use some softness or sweetness here. And surrender. Full breath in and out. Inhale, lift those back heels, come onto the toes. Shift the weight into that front foot, reach those hands forward. Press in through the right foot, standing split. Now, option to stay here, or if you're challenging your balance, maybe bring those hands back to your ankle, or maybe interlace your fingers behind your calf. Steady breathing. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, left foot down to your right in forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, work your way back through chaturanga, maybe up dog, or come back to down dog. Your body, your breath, your practice. Setting up for round two of the final round. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee, left elbow or tricep, get it tall. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee to right elbow or tricep, use four. Inhale, left leg high. Exhale, left knee to nose, lift the back heel, lift the hips, left foot forward. And then again, coming into that twist, right hand by the big toe, left arm reaches up. Exhale, left hand down. Inhale, rise up to your high lunge. And then exhale into that warrior two. Inhale, flip your front palm, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Reach that left arm up. Full breath in and out. One more breath. Exhale, rise up to warrior two. Use your core. Straighten that front leg. Flip your front palm. Reach up. And then exhale, come into that triangle pose. Right hips back, left arms forward, hinging at your hips. Full breath in here. And out. One more breath in. Exhale, coming into that revolved triangle. So right hand comes down, and that left arm reaches up for a full round of breath. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, left hand comes down. Spin onto those back toes. And then step that right foot up, coming into your pyramid pose. Inhale, straighten the back. So come into that halfway lift. And then as you exhale, draw the nose towards the knee. Full breath in. And out. One more full round of breath here. And then inhale, lift onto those back toes, shift the weight forward. Hands come down to the mat. Drive through that left foot, standing split. Right leg reaches up. And then again, if you want to challenge your balance, maybe you walk those hands towards your toes, or maybe onto your ankle, or maybe behind your calf. Continue to breathe. Everything is active. Use your breath. One more breath in. Exhale, right foot to meet the left and forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift. Exhale, palms to the earth. Work your way back to down dog. So you can take that chaturanga or cat cow, or just come back to down dog. Take a full breath in here. And then exhale, come down to child's pose. So bring those knees wide, big toes to touch, and then let your hips really sink back. And then make connection with your forehead. And then just give yourself a forehead massage. Rock the head from side to side. Relax your jaw. Release the tongue from the roof of your mouth. And then as you inhale, bring your hands underneath your shoulders and press yourself up onto your heels. And then from here, we're going to shift our weight off to one side and swing our legs out forward. Now we're going to do a little bit of a spinal twist to just neutralize that spine one more time before we settle into our final places of rest. So I'm going to start by placing both of my feet onto the earth, sitting my spine nice and tall. And then I'm going to extend the left leg long. And then from here, I'm going to draw my right knee up towards my chest. I'm going to try to avoid rounding my back. So if you need to sit on a block or a blanket, go ahead and do that. And then from here, we're going to take our left hand and grab the outside pinky side toe of your right foot. And then we're going to bring our right hand and we're going to press it just behind our back. We're going to open up our chest. Now, if this feels good, you're getting a little bit of a spinal twist, that's absolutely great. If you want to challenge your flexibility and your balance, maybe you begin to straighten that right leg. That might be your hitting point, and that's awesome. If you want to challenge your balance, maybe you lift that right arm up and you twist. And just pause. Full breath in and out. Go ahead and place that right hand back to the floor if you lifted it. We're going to shift our chest back to neutral. If you've extended the right leg, begin to bend the knee, and then step the foot back onto the earth. And then we're going to switch sides. So we're going to bring that left knee back up, and then extend the right knee, or right leg. Flex that foot like you're standing on the floor. And then guide that right knee in towards the chest. Spine tall, and then take that right hand, grab the outside pinky toe of the right foot. And then from here, we're going to place our left hand onto the earth. Just coming into that spinal twist. So again, if you want to challenge your flexibility, maybe you begin to extend your left leg. I can't do that, so I'm going to stay bent. And then if you want to challenge your balance, lift that left arm up. Spine is long, try not to round into the back. Scoop the shoulder blades to open the heart. Full breath in. Plant that left palm, shift the chest forward, bring the knee back in, plant the foot. And then we're going to come into butterfly pose. So go ahead and bring the soles of the feet together. Allow your hands to come to your feet. Open the chest, spine long. And then exhale, begin to fold forward. You can bring your elbows to your shins if you want to press them down for a little bit more resistance. You don't have to. Just allow yourself to settle in. And then maybe take some neck rolls. So I've been back to work full time in the office the last 2 weeks. And even in that amount of time, I've noticed how much stress I've been carrying in my shoulders. So just allow yourself that time to release. And who am I kidding? Even before I went back to work, I was still on my phone a lot more than I should have been. So my neck was still hurting. But I'm liking to use my office as an excuse because I don't like being back. But that's just me. And then press yourself back up to a seat. We're going to extend our legs. If you need a little bit of guidance to come down, you can always bring one knee into the chest and then roll yourself down. And then we're going to take one bridge pose. So bring the feet underneath the knees, about hip width apart. If you know you want to take a restorative version and place a block underneath your hips, you're more than welcome to do so, but we're going to do full expression. So press into, inhale, lift your hips up and then away from your body. And then if you know that you want to roll those blades under the heart and grab hands, interlace them under the hips. Press your hips up and away. And then press into the top of the head to elongate the neck. Breathe here. Squeeze those thighs in like you're hugging a block. Pause. One more breath in. Exhale, slowly lower one vertebra at a time. Maybe you want to draw your knees into your chest, or maybe you want to take windshield wiper movements, just rocking the knees from side to side. Just allowing our body to cool down, to stretch. And then we're going to bring our knees back to neutral. We're going to scooch our hips over towards the left. Let our knees fall to the right, taking a supine twist, so the option to bring those arms nice and long. Maybe bending the elbows into a goalpost or a cactus. And then if it feels good on the neck, maybe you gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale back through neutral. Exhale, the hips come over towards the right, the knees fall softly to the left as you begin to gaze over the right shoulder. Most importantly, we want to make sure that both of our shoulders are pressed firmly onto the mat. If your knees don't go down as far, that's absolutely fine. Focus on opening the chest. Inhale the knees back up through center. Option to take a happy baby by placing the soles of the feet up towards the earth. You can grab the back of your calves, maybe the outsides of your pinkies, or maybe peace fingers around the big toe. Just taking any movement. Hi, monkey. And then taking these last final breaths to get any last movement, wiggles, jitters out of your system, or maybe setting yourself up for your final savasana. So arms can come wide, legs can come wide, or if a seated meditation goes better in your practice to close it out, feel free to do that as well. But we're going to stay here for a few breaths, for a few minutes actually. So when you're ready to come down to your final resting pose, begin to feel all parts of your body just melt into the earth. Right? So Mother Earth is holding you firmly and supportive in her hammock. She's rocking you from side to side as if swiftly as the ocean waves. Feeling your muscles just melt off of your bones. And then feeling the space between your eyebrows soften. Your cheekbones begin to relax. You remove the tongue from the roof of your mouth, unhinging your jaw, and just breathe. It's okay for thoughts to look in this final place of rest. If they do, thank them. Do your best to bring your awareness back to your breath, back to the now. And then begin to bring some awareness back to the physical body, just lengthening your inhales, your exhales, maybe wiggling your fingers, your toes, your wrists, your ankles, your neck. Maybe offering your body a good morning stretch, like you're waking up all over again with your arms tall, toes long, maybe a little arch in the low back. It's okay for a second. Feel that stretch. And then invitation to roll your knees in towards your chest and press off to one side that feels good and natural. And just offer yourself up some gratitude, not only for this practice, but for yourself. Through amidst all this chaos and confusion, that you took the time to dedicate these last 45 minutes to what I consider to be one of the best forms of self-care and self-love. And then if you'd like to formally close class, just gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Where like we began, we'll end with a single breath. This time we'll place our hands at a prayer at heart center, let the shoulders fall down away from the ears, and release all the air from your lungs. Take a full breath in through the nose. Sigh it out. And then as we inhale, we'll guide our thumbs between our brows. Our seat of divine intuition and our connection to something greater. Thank you all so much for allowing me to guide you through this practice. It's always such an honor and humbling experience. May we offer up gratitude to our bodies, to our breath, and to our minds. May I see this day through sacred eyes, shape this day with helpful hands, and end this day with a grateful heart. From me to you, namaste.